As China's influence grows, will it be setting new standards for the way countries are run, the way businesses are run, the way people see their freedoms? Will it challenge the liberal order? And if so, how? And does it even matter?
Of course it matters. It matters because China's big. It matters because they're spending a lot of money. It also matters because they're volatile and unstable, as we've seen with the machinations of their own marketplace. The impact of a country that is that opaque and has that much state intervention can whiplash international markets as well. So there's that. But the heart of the question is, as China gets bigger, as its footprint gets larger, as it spends more, it has more influence, what does that do to a liberal internationalist order? And here, there's no question that what the West believes is correct, is not going to be supported in priorities and values by the way the Chinese are going to spend money. They want governments to align with them, their commercial needs, buy from Chinese state-owned enterprises. When the Americans, of course, put money into the Marshall Plan, we said, well, you won't support liberal internationalism, some of the Chinese are doing. So it will undermine those things. Now, let's be clear. The Chinese actually have justifiable reasons to want to do that. I mean, they are at a very different stage of development. And if they do not promote their state system, profits are going to leave China and they're going to go into other countries because the power is held by the Western multinationals. So the Chinese use their legal system in the absence of rule of law, in the absence of independent judiciary, and the alignment of the Chinese companies with the Chinese government, in many cases the direct ownership. They use that and their market pull to be able to help themselves develop over the long term. Who's right, right? I mean, if I were advising the Chinese government, I certainly would be telling them to do much of what they're presently doing. And even for the Americans, I mean, if China were to suddenly become a liberal democracy, the instability that would come as a consequence of what would clearly be an illiberal democracy would be anathema to most people that I know that are thinking about how the U.S. needs to actually coordinate and organize itself globally. So this is a place where values are going to be complicated, and they're going to be fought heavily between the two countries.